I'm in the car, I'm heading home, and I'm rushing. To clarify, I said I'm rushing, not I'm Russian. Very different things. But I'm heading home as quick as I can, as safely, as quickly as I can, because it is 3:20 and I need to get home before 4, ideally significantly before 4, because I got a guy coming, oh my god, to measure up my carpet. And I didn't tell him a time, I just said after 4. So I'm hoping for 5. 5 would be lovely. I should have said 5. I don't know why I didn't say 5, but I said after 4. But I haven't moved any furniture around yet. I haven't cleared anything up. I need to do a bit of tidying, really, just out of dignity, if nothing else. Oh, bloody brilliant. What the shit. Yeah, I'm rushing here, trying to get past, and look what I'm dealing with. Okay, brilliant. Let's just, thank you very much, Mr. Digger. I'll just proceed past. I know you can't see anything then because of all the glare and the sun and stuff, but yeah. But it's actually turned out to be a surprisingly good day. I've gone to weather because I forgot what I was talking about. No idea what I was saying before that digger turned up. But the weather is beautiful. Considering that this morning, last night, I made sure that my car was plugged in this morning, ready to heat up for me. I didn't need it at all. It was still like 11 degrees this morning and it's 21 now. No idea how, I'm sweating here, oh god. Yeah, no idea how the car was frozen yesterday. Like it was actually literally covered in ice. But yeah, anyway, the guy's coming to measure my carpet today to try and give me a quote for a new carpet, basically. And bring some samples so I can see them in the light that I've currently got, which will change anyway, so there's not much point regardless. I'm pretty sure I know which one to go for, I think. It's my call, basically, because Joe's not here until end of day Friday, I think she's coming back. Because she's in, like, Durham or something, I don't bloody know, I don't even know where that is. So I've got to make a decision on what carpet we're going to install, and of course cost it up. And then hopefully the same thing for a room upstairs as well. There's a small room, like a small box room that we have that I'd like to get measured up and quoted at the same time, because they do charge for fitting these guys, but they only charge one fee regardless of how many rooms you do. It does sort of scale up by how big the rooms are, but essentially they waive the flat fee. Let me start that again. Basically, you pay £45 for a fitting, and if the room is bigger than, like, I don't know, like 9 by 9, whatever measurement it is, it's an extra £2 per unit. I think it's yards they measure it in, but I don't know how big a yard is, so anyway. But if I got the room, if the room was like say 5 by 5, I pay £45 for the room, and that'll be it. And then if later on I wanted another room doing it, it'd be £45 for that room too. Whereas if I have 2 rooms that are both 5 by 5, I'll pay £45 for the room, and then just one extra £2 payment for the extra, like, yard that it's got over the 9 by 9 threshold. So it's significantly cheaper if you do bundle them together. But it can be, depending on how big your rooms are. If your rooms are over I guess whatever £45 equivalent would be, like if they're massive rooms, I guess it won't save much. But for me, I definitely would. I'd save at least £45. I'm confident about that. So I'd like to get them done together, because the top one is a very small room. It's just quickly bang it in, I'm hoping. I don't even need to see the carpet yet. I just want a very, very cheap beige carpet, because we're not using that much anyway. It's literally just to replace the carpet that has cat smell on it. But downstairs is going to be a nice one, because we're going to be there a fair bit. Turns out we've got concrete underneath the carpet currently, so I don't think we even need underlay. Underlay, arriba! I don't think we need underlay because of concrete. Now, it works out quite well, because apparently you only really use underlay these days on floorboards if you've got wood panels underneath. But if it's concrete, it's smooth enough to not warrant it. And they say that, like, it's nicer with a bit of underlay, a bit of comfort on the feet or whatever. But I always wear big giant monster slippers anyway, and Joe wears big fluffy ones as well. And apparently underlay only really lasts at most 5 years before you can't feel it anyway. And I've had the carpet for like 15 years, if not longer. And I'm kind of used to it. So if they're saying you can get away with not putting it in with a certain kind of carpet, if the carpet with velvet underneath, basically, the velvet acts as like a mini underlay. And if you can get away with doing it on concrete over putting it on floorboards, I think I can get away with it this time too. So I can save a bit of dollar by not doing that as well. So it should, all in all, be a fairly low cost investment and a fairly nice quality of life improvement. And I'm hoping they can get us booked in for the end of next week, because next week I'm not at work. So I'm going to use that week to paint all the walls whilst the shit carpet's still in, pull the shit carpet up, and then get them to install the nice one once it's done. I think that's a plan, but I feel like they're probably not going to get... Oh god, I'm sweating so much in here. It's so hot with the windows up. Oh my god. Yeah, I expect they're probably not going to be able to fit it in next week. Apparently they said that it's unusually busy for this time of year. Like, they've got a lot of carpet fittings going on. They don't really know why. Normally they have a lot over the summer holidays when the kids are all off, but apparently that was really quiet for them. And then now the kids are all back, everyone's like, yes, get the carpet. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how common it is that people get carpets on school holidays. I don't know. But it was a fun story from the start, and they seem like nice people to do it, so I trust them, and they're giving a very good price on the carpet. I don't know how the final quote yet, but the actual price per yard, assuming a yard is what I think it is, I think a yard is slightly smaller than a metre. Assuming I'm correct on that, it's actually a very competitive price and very affordable too, so fingers crossed it's all good, but it is reliant that I get home before the guy comes to measure it, because if he arrives before me and he goes away again, then I'm stuffed and I have to rearrange the whole thing again. And I really would like to have to clean a little bit before he gets there, because it's going to be a bit awkward with him saying, like, well, can we move the giant Buddha bag out of the corner? I'm like, not really. So we'll see what happens, but I gotta open the window because Jesus Christ, it's hot. Woo-wee. Okay, stage one is complete. I am home and the guy measuring the carpet is not here yet. So far the plan is going to plan, but I am home and it's 10 to, literally 10 to 4. So I have 10 minutes until he could turn up. I mean, he could be early also, but I'm hoping he won't be here till, I'm hoping at least 4:30. If someone says I'll come after 4, you wouldn't be here at 4, would you? You'd be here later than that. At least in my mind, that's what I'd do. So yeah, anytime after 4 will be fine. I'd be here. I'd aim for about 1:30 just to be sure. You know, maybe 1:15, but I wouldn't be here at 4. So I'm going to try and just clear everything out. So just bits over here. This is the main danger zone down here, I feel, because it's basically impossible to measure this wall with the window in, because it's full. And this Buddha bag weighs massive. It weighs a ton. It weighs so much. You have to roll it over. You cannot pick it up. It cannot be lifted by a person. It is ridiculous. That might be an exaggeration. It might be possible, but it's not possible by my person, that's for sure. But I did a fair bit yesterday. I did a little hoovering or something, so I'm not too worried. I think we're okay. I just want to make sure that I've got it as clear as possible, so it's as easy to measure as possible. Because the more accurate he is, hopefully, the less likely it'll be that there's a hidden charge somewhere. So yeah, okay, let's get this done. But first, toast. Whew. Okay, so the guy came. He came about 4:30, so perfect. Exactly what I would have done, exactly what I hoped he would do. It was great. And I didn't even really need to sort out as much as I did, actually. It turned out that he can just do most of it over the furniture and under furniture and stuff, so it was an easy job. But honestly, he arrived here about 4:30 and he left here about 22. It was very painless. And you measured 2 rooms, this room and then a room upstairs to a small room. And then the whole time he was doing that, I was staring at these swatches of different carpet types. I'm just staring at them. And now Joyce isn't here to help with the decision. She's off working till Friday-ish. So I had to make the call myself. I'm just there staring at these shades of grey. And I've pulled the trigger on one of them. I'm not going to say which one of those palette it is, but one of those I did decide on. Hasn't got a quote for him yet. He hasn't got the prices and things because you've got to run it through the computer and run the numbers. But potentially, due to the shape of the room, because this room over here is sort of short and wide, and this one here is long and thin, they have to order a roll of carpet that will be big enough for all of it. So this part of this house over here, where this kitchen is basically, that's all going to get wasted because they can do it in all one thing. The alternative is that they do it in 2 halves and they just put a line down the middle here, which would be cheaper, but you know, we'll see what happens. Or at least it could be cheaper in theory. But obviously the carpet manufacturer that gives them the carpet for them to come and install and fit and stuff, they're going to do certain widths and length and dimensions of carpet. So regardless, there's always going to be some waste. They have to make sure they get a roll that's big enough without leaving too much waste. And he reckons if they order the biggest roll, or at least one of the biggest rolls, it's implied it was the biggest roll, but if they order one of the bigger ones, he reckons that they could do this room and have that space spare left over there, and then use that spare stuff upstairs and just fit it in that room. He said it should all fit quite nicely. He has to check it. He's not sure. He has to run the numbers. Like I said, he's got to use his beautiful mind to get it all sorted. But in theory, if they can order just the one sheet of carpet and use that to do both, the fitting will all be just the one flat fee. The carpet is the one flat fee. There's no fanning around with stuff. There's no working out extra costs and stuff. It's just very simple, very easy. And in theory, the cheapest method. If it turns out that the one for upstairs it's not big enough, it's the wrong shape or whatever, then we will go for the super basic cheap beige one that I picked. And yeah, I went for beige. Annoyingly, and really annoyingly, the carpet colour that I did pick for down here is called greige. Grey beige. It's greige. But I was trying to get one that would work with these whites. This white in the middle particularly. I think we're going to go for this one for the walls. And every time I held up the swatches to it, they looked brown. I think maybe because the walls are kind of browny already. They emit that kind of light. But holding the swatches out here, they looked brown. And that was a shame. So I've gone for one that's probably a little bit darker than I expected. We didn't want to go too dark. I didn't want to go too dark either because the sofas that we're going to get in here are black. They're already very dark. So black sofas on black carpet would not be good. But then like very light carpet on white walls would also look a bit like a clinic. So I don't want that either. So I had to try and pick the perfect shade of greyish to be different enough to the sofas and different enough to the walls, both of which are literally opposite colours. So I had to go for somewhere in the middle. I guess I tried to pick the perfect middle ground between that middle white and the black sofa that you've not seen yet. Actually, you might have seen it in a vlog at some point. The sofa that's at Joe's house, it's going to come up here, but it's very dark. So yeah, I'm going to be sweating bullets that I made the right decision on that for several weeks now. But it's happening. You're going to call me back tomorrow afternoon to give me a price, and we'll go from there. But now it's 5 p.m. and I'm going to try and edit this vlog together because it needs to get done. Also going to let the cat in because she's come through the upstairs window again. What are you doing, you moron? Why do you keep doing this? What is wrong with you? You're not a Spider-Man. Oh, okay, maybe you are, whatever. Well, that's busy doing its thing now. Should be done in the next 10 minutes or so. But since finishing it, I've just sat here browsing my phone, like doing nothing at all, and feeling very asleep about it too. These 4 a.m. wakings up, like, they're not too bad at the time. Like, I feel like I'm probably what you'd call a morning person. So I don't do too bad at 4 a.m. Like, it takes me a little bit to get going sometimes, but once I'm going, I'm pretty good. Not to brag or anything, I'm pretty good in the morning, if you know what I mean. But if I'm up in the morning, my God, the evenings will take me out. Like, they will annihilate my head. So I could do with doing something right now. Just trying to, I was going to say trying to tax my brain a little bit, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to tax my brain. It's taxing my brain that makes me so sleepy. I was thinking like I'd play a video game, play a puzzle game, do something, or something to, oh my God, cat. Why you meow so much? You have food, I fed you, you were happy. You were sleeping down here before I came downstairs and woke you up by accident. Not good enough, is it? Okay, she's silenced. Don't ask how. She's silenced. Well, honestly, I think I'm gonna keep sitting down and vegetating. I considered going to McDonald's this afternoon or this evening for food because I've made any huel for tonight. I've not made any huel for dinner, and I haven't really got I've got nothing in the fridge that's really edible. And the freezer stuff, I don't actually know. I haven't bothered exploring the freezer yet. I'm sure it's something I never not looked yet. So I thought, well, why don't I just go get a burger? Because that's what I do. I eat burgers. And then I edited the vlog for yesterday upstairs, which is going to be up way before 7, so I'm happy about that. But I edited it up, and then I was in that video that I was editing yesterday. I guess it turned out that I had a McDonald's yesterday morning and completely forgot about it. And even complained about it in the video too. I was like, oh, I can't believe I'm at McDonald's. I feel so terribly at the McDonald's where I could have had huel. So if I'm going to complain about eating McDonald's and not wanting to and just moaning about it, why the hell would I go to McDonald's again tonight? Tomorrow maybe, but not tonight. So we're exploring the freezer. What have we got in here? We have potato waffles with some veggies, some chips, some tequila. Oh my God, right? This tequila has been in my freezer for like 8 years? 7 or 8 years. Yeah, look, you can see the frosting outside of it. Looks really good, actually. Look how frosted it looks. Look, I'm sure it's still good. I'm sure it's absolutely fine. The label's still off the back of it because it's been frozen to the floor. But that tequila was actually a leaving present for me when I left my first job at Tesco's supermarket. When I left there, the guys I was friends with there got me that bottle of tequila. And unfortunately, and this is not their fault, I don't blame them for it. I'm very thankful I've still got it. I'm not binging on that. Tequila is the one alcoholic drink that I found that I just cannot drink. Don't know what it's about. It's not that I don't want to drink it. I'd love to. Like, I've had some good experiences with it, but I just can't. I can't swallow it. I've not had any moments where it's like, you know, when people tell you stories, like say, oh, I had this drink and it messed me so bad, now I can never drink it again. I never had that story. I never had that moment. I just can't swallow the drink. As soon as I taste it, something about the taste and the flavour, the texture, I don't know what it is, but as soon as I taste it, it makes me heave. Like, not physically vomit, but I just can't bring myself to swallow it. It's the weirdest thing. Give me some crazy drinks. Like, look in this cupboard, right? Inside here, I've got all sorts of, God knows what, like some crazy things in here. Like this stuff, Ray and Nephews. I mentioned it before in a vlog a while back. But that, look on the corner down here, is 63% strength. It's ridiculous. And that I can drink. Honestly, I can drink that, no bother. But tequila does something to me. I don't know what it is. So at least I know my limits, right? Anyway, back in the fridge. What have we got in here? We've got, is there a pie in there? Maybe a pie still in there. That's good. Could eat that. We've got a burger down there. Tempting. Some more chips. We've got, oh my goodness. Hello. Smoky barbecue pork ribs. Oh, I think we have a winner. We've also got some sausage rolls down here. And then right at the bottom of here, we have a single, is it in here? Yep, a single crispy chicken. How sad. Now the pork ribs I'm not sure about, because if they cook them in a sealed container, like you've got to oven cook them for like an hour, and you've got to put them in an oven safe bowl with an oven safe lid. I don't think I have one of them. I got bowls and all sorts of things, like crazy stuff in it. Oh, I got some very cool flasks. I remember how you used to have flasks. Those were the days, weren't they? But I don't think I have an oven safe one. Like this kind of like a casserole, this that kind of thing is the kind of thing I want. Oh, it's got bowls too, but there's no lid for it. What I got in here? Anything in here? Oh my god, more good stuff in here too, actually. But no oven-safe bowl with a lid on. Okay. So I have a bit of a dilemma. Okay, decision has been made. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll find out shortly. Stay tuned for the gripping result about what food I decided to actually eat from my freezer. But whilst it's cooking, I've grabbed my Switch and I'm going to play the final day of Fortnite, I think. I don't know if I'm going to do much of it, to be honest. The reason I'm playing it is because it is the last day of Season 5, as I'm recording this right now. It ends tomorrow morning. It ends about 7 AM or 8 AM UK time, I think. So the only reason I'm booting this up, well, not the Switch, the reason I'm booting up Fortnite particularly, is because I think I'm in the low 90s of my level in the progression on the battle pass, and I really want to get to level 100. So hopefully I can actually be awake and concentrate enough to play Fortnite well enough to get enough stars and gems and things to level up to 100, because I've never made it to 100 yet, not once to level 100. So I'm gonna give it a go, and if I'm too tired, then I'll turn it off and I'll play something a bit more mindless. Oosh, look at that beauty. Oh, yes. Right decision. Oh, by the way, I have found the perfect game for not really thinking much about it, but letting it do it, just playing it in the background. Mud runners or spin tires, whatever you want to call it. It's very... Oh god, I've pressed the wrong button. I'm doing it one-handed on my hands now. It's not working very well. Yeah, it's very good for this. You just drive around and just trying to get stuck in the mud. It's quite easy to do whilst watching some on YouTube over here. It works very well for my brain that doesn't want to put much thought into it. And I'm currently online, so there's a guy called Steel Artist who's also driving around doing the same thing as me too, so that's pretty cool too. Unfortunately though, I'd quite like to go to bed now because I'm pretty tired, as you've gathered. I don't really want to ruin Steel Artist's fun because he's just mooching around doing his thing in my server. I say my server like I own it. It's not. I started the multiplayer game and he's joined it. So if I quit, he gets booted, but I'll leave it going while I shower and stuff, and then let's see what happens. But this cat is meowing like crazy again, so I'm going to take her downstairs so she can go to bed. Then I'm going to wrap up my evening and go to bed myself. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and if you have, a like rating is very appreciated, but otherwise I'm back anyway tomorrow at 7 PM UK time for the next daily vlog. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all later.